Hey guys, what's up? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. And over the last few streams that I've done on XDefiant, as a matter of fact, over the last week or so, I've done a lot of streams of XDefiant. And there's not a stream that goes by to where a new person will come in and they'll say how bad that they feel that the game is going down and how, how heartbroken they are over it and how depressed they are over it and how they're not going to, like, for them, it's the last multiplayer game and all that stuff. And the big thing that I want to address is this specific part as well, and that is that because certain people only play a certain type of multiplayer game, they're also additionally depressed because they will have nothing to play after XDefiant goes down. And this is the main thing that I want to tackle. I mean, granted, I will tackle a few other things. And I want to start out swinging because this is the third take that I've done on this commentary. And the one thing I didn't mention was something that I'm going to start out now, so that way I don't forget it. And that is, I'm going to give you a good analogy here. I've been working on this channel for nearly 10 years. And over the last year, especially in the year 2024, as the year comes to an end now, this year was by far my most successful year on YouTube, hands down. And it was because of XDefiant. And of course, because of you guys. But if XDefiant didn't exist, my channel wouldn't be here today, as well as you guys supporting it. But it all started with XDefiant when you think about it. So if someone like me, who's been doing this whole YouTube thing for almost 10 years now, right? If I can accept the fact that not only the fact that XDefiant is going to be done in about, 5.5 months from now or something like that, and to even accepting something even more important, if I can accept my channel being pretty much irrelevant with XDefiant going down, then I think people should at least take a step and be a little bit more open-minded to not only accept XDefiant going down, but being open-minded and give themselves the gift of open-mindedness to where they can actually find something in the gaming space that they love that they never knew that they loved before, coming from a completely different place. And I'm talking about things like other shooters that are single player or co-op, right? We're talking about maybe some action adventure games, maybe some RPG games, maybe whatever it is, retro, doesn't matter, right? Right now with the holidays, one of the big things about the holidays, especially the commercial, how they've commercialized things, it's all about gifts, right? Well, here's a gift that doesn't cost a damn thing, and that is the gift of open-mindedness. And what I'm trying to tell you is that in life, just like in gaming, because for a lot of us, if not all of us that are watching this video right now, gaming is a part of our life. And for some people, for a very, very small percentage of those people, with XDefiant going down, it feels like that gaming is over for them. There's a small percentage of people to where they're on that boat. But the thing is this, I respectfully speaking am saying that I think it's an illusion that you're putting yourself on that boat. See, the thing is, most people, like, a lot of times when they set, whatever it is that they set for themselves, a lot of times they fail before they even begin because they've either convinced themselves that they're not able to do it and they talk themselves into that, which is obviously wrong, because you can't really underestimate yourself. And the thing is, obviously everybody's their own worst critic. And the thing is, like, I've got a lot of firsthand experience in this. I'm my own worst critic, but here's the thing. Whenever I am open-minded about something and I actually take a little baby steps forward, my chances of finding something or something finding me go up. Because if I'm going to remain close-minded and if I'm going to pretty much do the same thing over and over again, right? Or, just, not open my mind, it's like, well, nothing's going to change. See, and the thing is, with XDefiant going down, it is a door that is closed. But a lot of people, a certain percentage of people won't realize, because they're so focused on the tragedy of XDefiant going down, and I get that, but they're so deep into that visual that they don't see the other doors that have unlocked. And all they have to do is take it and open it. And if they like what they see, okay, hang out in there. If not, close that door, go check the other door. there's so many doors, especially right now in the year 2024, with so many different games that you can access, with so many different, I mean, whether it's Steam and holiday specials. Like I spent like a little over $200 recently on Steam, and I bought like 11 games or whatnot because they're like fatly discounted. So I took advantage of that. And they were all single player or co-op games. They weren't multiplayer games at all. And I was playing one like for 3 days, and I put in 12 hours or so in it already, and was having a great time. And it was a very satisfying feeling. I was getting my gaming fix and everything like that. And sometimes the quote unquote worst thing turns out to be the best thing. It's all a matter of how you perceive it. Like, again, like I said, okay, XDefiant's going down. But we can't just focus on that negative. It's like, okay, XDefiant's going down. Okay, what positive can we take out of this negative scenario? And that is that, well, there's so many games out there throughout history that, for me personally, that I haven't even played. And even if you apply that same analogy to my YouTube video, who says I can't start over again? Who says I can't, make a second channel or just focus on my second channel while this one sleeps, and then, or maybe even make a third one because I love movies and maybe I can open a third channel if I want to. Who says that I can't do that? Who says that if I make another channel, whether it's about movies or whether it's just focusing on my second channel, who says that that can't blow up? Who says that it's guaranteed that, that I'll be at that, that it'll take forever. It'll take 10 years to where I am now. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you really never know. Like, and in life, I've been surprised too, because usually I'm the kind of person who usually sees things coming, but sometimes good things happen, and sometimes life surprises you. And kind of like fishing, it's like, okay, nothing's biting, so you're railing it in, getting ready to be done with your fishing for the day, and just before that hook comes out, bam, a fish bites. These things happen, but the thing is, sometimes you just got to put yourself in that right position. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we never even realize it, even when it's under our very noses, because of our perception. And we don't, and again, I'm not asking anybody to dive in head first, but at least take a little baby step and at least venture out, because that's the thing. Because like, and again, I didn't talk about this in Purple Shades podcast. I mean, I didn't go that in depth into it, but I mean, it wasn't until life punched me in the face. And again, with life, you can only avoid so many punches, because that's life. And the older you get, the more you realize this. But it's like, it wasn't until life, punched me in the face when I was younger, when I was a kid, to where things started to change, because it forced that change. Literally everything changed. And so therefore my perception changed, my everything changed, and I became better and stronger and all that kind of stuff. And I never forgot it. Even when things went back to quote unquote normal or normality or something of a comfort zone or whatnot, it's like, I still remembered the lessons that happened. So what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, XDefiant's gone, right? But if there was another multiplayer game similar to XDefiant, with an organic matchmaking system, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, like, and you like it and you play it, it's like, okay, but you're never going to forget the experience of when XDefiant went down. And then when you ventured off and played other things and you realized firsthand that, hey, I didn't think I would like this, but I do. Now, obviously, some things you're just going to see and you're not going to like. You're like, yeah, that's definitely not my thing. Totally get it. That's normal. But there's more things that you have not tried than things that you have tried. So therefore, especially with XDefiant going down as a person, right? Don't you think you at least, deserve the shot to try to see if there's something else that you liked? I mean, we all start somewhere. Some of us started with multiplayer shooters. Some of us started with single player games, but eventually things have changed throughout the road for most of us, but for those of us who only played a game like XDefiant or something like that, again, it's just that change hadn't happened yet. So what I'm trying to tell you is, with XDefiant going down, this is like the ultimate chance for that good thing to happen. But all you have to do is allow it and be open-minded, and to at least give yourself that shot, as a gamer, as a person or whatnot. Because with all these different accesses to games that we have today in the year 2024, whether it's subscription services, Steam, whatever, like, it's a damn shame that great games out there are created that are different kind of games that may not be multiplayer games, or they might be just co-op games or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Like, that these great games, because every year there's always going to be like these certain games that are like in this specific category of like, hey, I don't think anybody should miss out on this game, It's a shame that players won't even give this other game a shot or whatnot. Um, so and chances are, more often than not, there's just something out there that you're gonna like, but you just don't know it yet, right? And obviously, you haven't seen every game. You might have heard of things, but you haven't seen it. But it's there. There's something there. You just haven't discovered it yet. And the viewpoint is a very limited viewpoint. Like we live in a world with colors, right? Like there's colors. You got your all multiple different colors in the world. But imagine living in a world, but you only choose to see in black and white. You don't choose to color your world. You just see in black and white. Now, I understand that you may like black and white. I get it. But, kind of like trying a food that you never tried before that doesn't smell bad, because usually if a food smells bad, you're not going anywhere near that thing. But if you're going to try a new food that doesn't smell bad or anything like that, and you're going to at least give it a shot, you never know. You might just like it. And you certainly can't listen to what anybody else likes because, again, it's like attractiveness. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So therefore, what you like, nobody can tell you what you like or shouldn't like and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that's wrong with content creation nowadays. So, people are like, people are easy to listen to somebody, on whether or not they like something, but that doesn't mean that you will not like it. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to tell you is, like, as far as, everybody, when it comes to like New Year's resolutions, with the year 2024 coming to an end, everybody's got New Year's resolution. Well, if there's one that I could say for gaming, it's to at least take a baby step forward and be a little bit more open-minded. Because again, when one door closes, like XDefiant, and trust me, I'm not happy about it any more than you are, there's other doors that open. So obviously, like going back to the analogy of my channel, this channel, with XDefiant going down, the reality is, and I've accepted this, I've definitely accepted this, I know I've been doing this for long enough, that this channel is irrelevant now with XDefiant going down. And I'm perfectly fine with that. That means I could put my focus more elsewhere, whether it's a second channel, whether it's possibly opening a third channel and talking about movies, or whatever else is I decide to do, or whether it's just to focus on something else in life, right? It's not a total loss. XDefiant going down is not a total loss. It's a matter of perception. If XDefiant going down is the end of your world, that is because you are deceiving and perceiving it that way for yourself. And don't do that to yourself. And as a person who's, actually done that to themselves long enough, and is actually, in my personal life as well, made little tiny baby steps to kind of make a little bit of a difference, it has made significant changes in my life that have made me see in more colors than I thought even existed. Things happened when they were just a dream. You know what I mean? And that's all because of little tiny baby steps. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you apply that same analogy and that same concept, if you apply that same concept into gaming, you never know what you might find or what might find you. So, if anything, just keep in mind, yes, it is sad that XDefiant's going down. But that doesn't mean that there's not something else out there waiting for you. And now you've got so many chances to go out there and discover what that is. And the journey of discovering that is where the fun begins. And it all starts with perspective. So, and perception. So, if anything, take that little baby step and see what you're going to find. And with that being said, guys, I'm done with this. The year 2024 has been amazing for this channel. But again, hey, we're going to look at it as a positive, and we're going to focus on other things. And with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and or listen. And I'll catch you guys later.